There was a
There are
guy
two
that used to
tables
work in
to
my
eat
building,
from.
an older
Which one
gentleman.
do
I
you
would say good
choose?
morning to him every day.
Mhm.
I had a lady do it to me yesterday,
Mhm.
and she just stared. He just stared me in the face and wouldn't say a word.
Yeah.
I was walking in the cold in my office yesterday. A lady was passing me upstairs. I said good morning. She looked at me like, for one, who are you talking to me?
Mhm.
And I'm not going to even pay you any attention. And it looked like she wasn't very happy. And with this guy though, this older guy that kept doing it, one day I got my feel and said, you know what? I won't be saying anything else to your trifling old behind. And guess what happened after that? He started saying good morning to me. I don't get it. But I've been talking about what we feed on, right? And what we take in. Let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
You can't put out anything good if you don't take in anything good. So I pray that there's nobody in this room that I'm talking to that when people see you, they don't want to be around you.
Okay. Go ahead.
Not because of the Christ in you, okay? Not because of that, but because come across with so much negativity. I hope that's not you. I hope that you're not that person that every time they see you, you got a complaint. You never got a praise report, but you got plenty of prayer requests. Oh my God, did I say that?
Come on.
But I've come to realize that you can only put out, Mason, what you taking in.
Yes,
I told a lady in my office yesterday, it's funny how when people see that I'm a minister or whatever else, of course, all of a sudden they become theologians or, in the Christ. And I was actually trying to share with her yesterday's nugget, and she kept cutting me off. And when she kept cutting me off, she was cutting me off with false information in the Bible. So I let her. I got to a point. I just said, well, I guess I'm not going to win. I'm not going to be able to share this with her because, she's not going to listen. She was like, yeah, I came up in a very strict Jehovah's Witness family, But everything I was trying to share with her, she was cutting me off, and she was also wrong with the scriptures, but I just let it go. But what I did tell her was, because I don't know if she was truly a believer, but I told her, you know what, we were just talking about our lives, challenges and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what, thank the Lord that regardless of what happens in my life, I always win.
Come on.
That's what I told her. And I said, you know what, it's funny because I always win, even when it looks like I'm losing to other folks.
Come on.
And I said, it's not because of who I am, but it's because of whose I am. And I told her that, and I'll tell y'all that y'all can take me as being arrogant or whatever else, whatever you say, but I'm gonna tell you something. My wife will tell you this, and she'll tell you, I believe this, I say this, I bring this to every conversation that I'm in. I always win.
Come on.
Even when it looks like I'm losing to others, Mason. Why? Because I have, because of this relationship that's been formed with Christ, right? I can't see life in any other way. I'm just, maybe there's some folks in this room that's still getting there, and I get it. I told y'all before, don't trip, because we all have our own level of light to walk in. We have our own paths to walk in Christ. And don't get me wrong, I mean, stuff happens in my life. Lisa, I'm screwed up. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm still screwed up. But I was like, I want y'all to know, I believe that every promise that's in this book, I got a few of them around me, so I can show y'all several. I believe every promise that's in this book is for me. Talk to Alice Brown. She'll tell you when I'm not around, I have a different perspective on things when it happens around me. I don't feel like I can lose. I know that the God I serve, even in the worst of my times, he is good.
Amen.
Yeah. I tell you what I do. And y'all can talk to her when I'm not around. Y'all can talk to her, she'll tell you. And she ain't gonna lie on me. I tell my wife how I look, and I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a church member. I don't care if you're a coworker. I don't care if you're a family member. Know this. I look to avoid negative people.
Yeah, he does.
if I know you ain't gonna bring nothing good to our conversation, as much as I might like you, I ain't really trying to fool with you. I don't want that stuff on me. I don't want that stuff on me. You know, I don't get caught up in gossip.
Talking me.
Gossip turns me off. It turns me off. Gossip turns me off. And what really irritates me is a person who says they're a saint, and the only thing they do when I talk to them is complain. I'm gonna tell y'all, if I know that you're negative by nature, I refuse to buy what you're selling me. I refuse to eat what you're offering me. And honestly, some I have people that try to bait me into stuff. I mean, I got folks connected to my family that try to bait me into negativity. I refuse to breathe into that mess. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you connected to me and you family and you throwing out stuff, I don't walk away from it. I attack it. Ask my wife. I shoot straight with a straight face. I'm not malicious, but I let you know, don't bring that crap over here. Don't be telling those lies here. Don't be bringing that negative stuff here. I'm not feeling that today. Carry your behind somebody somewhere else. That's me, y'all. You can take that however you want. Now I'm sure that we all know a negative Norman or a Debbie Downer. I'm talking, y'all know some folks like that. Ain't never got nothing good to say. As blessed as they are, they ain't got nothing good to say. Man, the Lord has been keeping them through hell and high water, and they complaining that they went through hell and high water, not even seeing that he got them through hell and high water. All y'all know some folks like that.
Go ahead.
Y'all know some folks that got poor attitudes that come with constant complaints. Can y'all think of one or two? I hope I'm not talking to one in this room.
A couple.
And when you talk to them, right, or when you see them, it appears that they live under this gray cloud. Or they seem to, honestly, if they don't, not just that, and I know some folks like this that come to my mind right now, they just love to rain on everybody else's parade. Or they love throwing shade on somebody's shine. You know? How many times have you messed around and tried to share the joy of something that happened with your child, and somebody else got to say something about their kid to shut you up about your child? I'm still talking about our appetite, though, y'all. I'm talking our appetite. Our appetite. But the problem is they don't sit at the Lord's table, right? And when if you ain't sitting at the Lord's table, can I help y'all out? It's only 2 tables you're gonna sit at. So y'all make a decision. I can't do that for you. The invitation's been given, right, Mason? I've said it plenty of times. There's room for you at the table.
Yeah.
So if you're not sitting at the Lord's table, okay, you're not eating love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, long suffering. You're not eating any of that stuff, right? Guess what? The table that you sitting at, the diet that you eating is mainly 2 different things. Doubt and dissatisfaction. Taking all that negative in. And you know what that does? That gives you a craving for drama. That gives you a greater craving for negative news. And that gives you a greater craving to see people's downfall instead of seeing people win. The only time, Mason, I said this to my wife and she chuckled the other day because we were talking about this thing on my job. And I was like, yo, man, I ain't gonna lie, this is my mindset. I always want to see people win. The only time I'm trying to see you lose is if we're in direct competition with one another. I ain't gonna lie. Now, I ain't guess, you know why I say that? Because I ain't trying to lose.
Thank you.
Now, that's my mindset. But Mason, I love seeing you win. You know, and like I said, when folks are sitting at a table and their diet is basically doubt, and dissatisfaction, right? What else can you expect? Because believe it or not, I keep hearing this in other things when I'm looking at on social media and stuff. That saying just keeps popping up. We are what we eat.
Yeah. Come on.